Welcome back, ladies, gents, and unscrupulous beings. I think you'll be quite happy to know that I'm officially back on my bullshit. I realized after uploading my first video on Cappy that despite spending 20% of the runtime talking about Minecraft, I never showed off anything that I was working on. Which is a real bummer because I'm really proud of how everything looks right now. And that's what this follow-up video is all about. I'd call it a devlog because it's got the structure of one, but I don't really think it qualifies as one. So I'm just going to feed into my nostalgia for the good old days and call it a showcase video. But before I can showcase anything, I want to correct some stuff from the first video. The biggest one has to be the Boomadooma bit.
Why is this here?
After recording that voiceover, I actually looked up the answer to that question for myself. I know what slash and burn agriculture is and why they do it, and I think the process is kind of neat. But the clip of me getting confused and mad over it was too good to cut out. You guys don't understand. That 40-second clip has become an inside joke between several of my close friends. We meme about it every chance we get. I could not cut it out. The second one is just a running mistake. Throughout the whole video, I referred to the Dropbox folder contents as concept art, even though they're actually reference images used by the animators. I know for certain that this was due to misinformation, because the person who shared the Dropbox with me originally called it concept art, and I just blindly ran with that. So let it be clear, it's not concept art, it's reference images. Thank you, Lena Haritaka, for correcting me on that. I'm pretty sure that's everything I need to correct, so get comfy with your pals, grab a bite or two or several, and allow me to take you on a journey through Cappy Town. Oh, and for my viewers over 21, here's a fun game for you if you feel like losing feeling in your face. Take a shot every time I say something to the effect of, but I mean, I promise you, you won't make it to 7 minutes. There's a reason why my post-commentary is scripted. This video is going to be largely unscripted. We're doing this the good old-fashioned way. Okay, well, we're in Town Square. I know it looks incredibly barren at the moment, but this is in fact Town Square. The only reason I haven't done a lot of these buildings yet is because, well, they're all generic, and at this moment, generic buildings are lowest priority. I'm not concerned with doing the tree at the moment because, I mean, have you seen how big that fucking thing is? That's going to take years. I do have a lot of the buildings already accounted for because, okay, if I don't explain this in the post-commentary section or in the actual like scripted section of this, and I'll explain it here. My process with this was that this map was originally on 360. Yes, Xbox 360. I ported it over to Xbox One around the time that Bedrock came out, which I don't even remember how long ago that was. When I ported it to Xbox One Bedrock, I stopped using the console after a little bit, so I used like 3 ounces of my brain cells to try and figure out how the hell I was going to port it over to the Switch version when I bought that, and that was a fucking heaping helping of bullshit, but I managed to get it done through Realm integration, I believe is how I did it. And after that hootenanny, I started to work on it a bit more, and I got the designs of the buildings a little bit more finalized. With the help of mods, I've gotten a lot more of those. But what's most important is the few buildings that we have done around here. I guess we'll start with the big house. If I remember correctly, the big house was the first building that I built for this map. I came in here before I even planned on like grabbing all my stuff from the Switch version. Before I even thought about that, I got in here and I built this. Obviously, there's nothing inside of it, but I feel like it's very close to what we see in the reference sheets. Okay, then what's the next one? Oh, the police station. Good old police station. Now, the Bookham house, the way that it looks on the Switch version, it's not exactly the same. Mostly because I didn't account for the fact that there's a whole nother building in the back of this one, so I didn't bother with, like, adding any of that in. So I'm very thankful for the additions that I've made here, especially with this little stepstone. This thing is a part of a mod. I should probably, like, look at all the mod stuff. Like, these papers are from a mod. This chandelier is from a mod. Yeah, and I also got the interior of their house. The backside, which for some reason is a part of the same house. Oh, that block is wrong. Is it? Or is that just a lighting bug? Might just be a lighting bug. Well, either way, there's duplicate housing over here. This building is the writing building, and then this one is just a copy paste for right now. I'll deal with that a bit later. There's also this random patch of sand over here. That's going to be for the playground, but I haven't done that yet. And then we do have the post office. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this thing. Don't worry about that. Really proud of this building, actually. So we're going to go here for a second. I'm going to get into survival for this. It's a beautiful thing what mods can do. One of the buildings here that I'm like most proud of. I mean, like look at these populated shelves. Looks all nice. Got so many different varieties of products here. So much good stuff. You got your shampoos here. There's a comic book rack or a magazine rack. There's a bunch of milk in here. Soda pop. Wine cellar in the back. You got your big items on the hooks. You got your little items over here. It's all wonderful. I do not have a traditional cash register as a part of my mod pack. Apparently. Does this door go anywhere? No, this door doesn't go anywhere. Overall, though, I do really enjoy the look of the building. Oh, I forgot about this. I should probably explain what this is. This is a stand-in for all of the TVs in town. They're supposed to have a screen, but I want to figure out a different way of doing that because the way that I originally did it was I just renamed a black glass pane and stuck it in an item frame on every single TV in town, which, I mean, the effect was accomplished, but I feel like I can do it better. This plot of land here is going to be set aside for the town well. The actual size of the grid here is kind of arbitrary. Doesn't really matter. It's going to be changed eventually. Now I get to talk about the buildings on the other side of the street. We start with this cafe. This one was kind of easy to do, actually. It didn't take that much. I feel like the top part being made out of red sand or like smooth cut red sandstone is like kind of I feel like there's a block out there that could have done it with a better texture, but I'm working with what I got. It's kind of finicky to get this hole to come out right, but I think I did pretty good in the end. And then also we got to shout out the what is it? I think it's Biomes of Plenty that has these palm trees. These are fantastic help. Everything that's a part of my mod pack is incredibly helpful for this. We can talk about the toy store now. I feel like it's a bit short, but this is a design taken from the old version of the map. So I mean, if it does look a bit too short, I can always just extend the height a bit. I feel like the inside is more impressive than the outside. Like, we got the trash can here, we got the rack of heads. These doors don't go anywhere. Front counter, what I assume is popcorn machines. I don't know why you would serve popcorn in an establishment like this, but I don't own the place. And there were 2 guitars back there. Don't mind the fact that they're floating. And then this is the crate full of plushies, but I mean, I can't really put plushies in there, can I? Then the big centerpiece, that shouldn't be that color. I'll fix it later. Then we have the the sort of jungle gym area, I guess is the best way to explain it. I think there's supposed to be like a couple of posters here, but I either forgot those or they got lost in some translation whenever I moved the whole building. I mean, yeah, that's a toy store. Bookstore. I think this one is too wide, actually. It's fitting. This isn't tall enough, and this is too wide. But I mean, I don't think it's that much of an issue when you come in here and I mean, look at all that. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I couldn't do the deity statue, so I just put solid blocks of gold. I mean, that's the next best thing, right? I feel like bookshelf density could be shifted around a bit. I especially don't like the fact that the corners of them are like just the same texture, so it's like 360-degree bookshelves. I don't enjoy that. So I'm definitely gonna have to shift those around a bit. Real pain in my ass getting those curtains to come out right. And I don't think this goes anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just a little cubby, but it's great. It's grand. It's fantastic. It even has a little bench out in front next to the. Well, I mean, you could look at it for yourself. It's not. Not looking so hot. I haven't finished this one, but I think it's coming out pretty good so far. Colors might be a bit off, but we never really get to see this building in the show, so who are you to tell me that these colors are off? Oh god, okay, and then I have to... This hill is a bit steep. I know. The hill is a bit more steep than I would like it, but it does lead up to the mayor's house, which I feel is one of the stronger builds here. This is done all the way back in the old map. Even the car is old. I did give it like a bit of a modded touch-ups, like these wheels. Well, I mean, you look inside, and I mean, this place is kind of dark, and it's not too much better in the garage, quote unquote. It's not much of a garage, especially because it's open to the main floor. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. Like I said, this is like one of the stronger builds. Obviously, the hill itself still needs a lot of work. Even the car look up. Oh, don't look under there. That's a lot of open space. A lot of dark. It's an awful time down here. You don't want to. You don't want to spawn. You don't want to turn on spawning if you go to this road, because this thing is a fucking spawning ground. And look at this wall. You guys like this wall? I know I hyped up the wall a bunch in the old video. I mean, look at this wall. It's a great wall. Not much else to say about it. I mean, if you guys want to look at walls, look at this. This is another good wall. Look at this wall. Isn't that a nice wall? Look at that look at that tiling. Look at that texture in the bricks. Look at that hole. Look at that massive hole. There's even more. Look at this. Look at that little alleyway. Chipping all around. Look at this. You guys like walls, don't you? It's gonna be such a stupid fucking bit. Well, let's get to some more important buildings, yeah? Like the fortune teller. Curtain is a bit fucked, but I mean, the floor. Look at that floor. Floor looks great. It's not perfect, obviously, but I think it's the best way that I could have recreated Mabel's. It's kind of like a glass type of floor. I mean, you can see the reflections. Got a metallic sheen to it, I guess. So I feel like this is the best way that I could have replicated that. And it would probably look better with shaders, but I don't know how to get shaders and mods working at the same time at the moment. Crystal balls are not a part of the mod, so I had to substitute with a skeleton skull. It looks good from this side, yeah, but I mean, don't look at that side. And this is don't look up there. There's nothing up there. This end of the building is just kind of like a remnant from the old one. I'm pretty sure that's this part of the building that she lives in, but we never get to see it. So. I haven't built... There are a lot of buildings... Oh god, let me show you the full street. Because there are a lot of generic-ass buildings that I kind of just slapped a template down and then said, I'll build it later, and put a tree in it. It's a lot of... it's the further you go up in town, further along the street you go, you get to see a bunch more buildings that I haven't built. Because I'm going to get to them later. Those buildings are relatively unimportant when compared to places like Kawasaki's. Like, look at this door. Look at these doors. When you get a good door mod, when you get look at the text. It's great. I mean, the vibes in here are just immaculate. You got this window roof. You got the boxes on the side. Like, well, I couldn't. These don't connect, and I couldn't find a good way to get a seat to connect like this. I mean, it's gorgeous. Go through the black curtain, you go to the... Oh, I forgot that was a different texture. By the way, I only did that so we would have like a bit more space in this place. Because otherwise, we wouldn't really get much. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the pipe. Look at the sinks. You could apparently get into the sinks. I didn't even know that. By the way, look at the sinks. Look at this shelving unit. I wish there was like a rack of knives you could put on the countertop. I'd probably like go in here and I'd put in some Gajira extract. That's a deep cut for you. And God, this roof. This roof. This is probably the part of the building that took the most time to replicate because like, oh my God, this thing. It's so awkward. Like a pagoda style roof is gorgeous, but that's if you can do it right. And in Minecraft, the design doesn't really carry over well, I think. I think I did it pretty well in the end. Let's get another main attraction going. Curio's place. Now this is the thing of beauty, I tell you. I'm pretty sure somewhere around here is the like access to his root cellar from the Mummy episode. If I remember correctly, I haven't seen that one yet as a part of my big rewatch. So I will have to get to that when I get to that. I feel like it's supposed to be over here. I mean, what else could go here? He doesn't have a car. And now we have to talk about the inside, because I mean, this place... Ooh, this place is cluttered, and it is cluttered to high heaven. You got the stairwell that goes down. Don't know where it goes. Doesn't really matter. He's got his nice little cabinets with his papers everywhere. He's got a bunch of fucking pots lying around, and up there I had to do a bit of a trick where it's like... They're look like they're floating, but I mean, from down here you won't be able to really notice it unless you jump. And who's going to be jumping around here? Not a lot of people. Don't know why this does this. But some of these objects, they just have this really weird light fixture pattern, and I don't know how to fix it. And then we got, oh, look at these shelves. It's just full of pots. I don't think he has anything else on these shelves. It's just full of old-ass pottery. Just look at that. And he doesn't have his root cellar, but he does have his little bedroom, which I haven't furnished. Now for the next main attraction, Samo's motherfucking bar. God, this one was a pain in my ass. But I mean, it looks gorgeous. I mean, look at these azalea leaves. Look at all the vegetation. The wear and tear of the building is incredible. And this roof design. I love the roof design. Wait. I forgot I was supposed to put a painting there and I didn't. That's fine. Either way, it finally goes down this time. There's nothing in this part of the building. It's just empty. And I mean, just look at that. It's lovely. You sit down here, you have a pint with your buds. It's a grand old time. Got the lovely bamboo pattern on the side. Got all the books standing in for liquor. It's even got the little backstock place back here. This little barrel, the TV on the side and everything. Got the little holes in the roof. Yeah, it kind of looks weird, but I mean, how else would I be able to convey that the lights are even there? There's no actual lights. I just use the block that allows you to place a light source. Then we have this little aquarium building. This is also a new one. I had to furnish this and change the look of it a little bit. Hey, just look at that. Isn't she something? I'm in love with the texture of this floor. I love this big-ass fish tank. And then we got the gas station. I haven't done the banners for the sign yet, but they will be done eventually. I'd have to cross-reference how I did them the first time. But I mean, we have everything. We have the gas pump. We have these spare tires here. We have the little arrow sign at this little building here, whatever the hell this is supposed to be. I don't know what it is. We even have the button that makes everything explode, which they just have on their gas pump for like no reason. And as you can see, it's fully operational. Anyway, let's talk about the clinic now. The clinic is another one of those ones that was kind of tricky at first, especially with this roof pattern, with all the stones on it. because I had to figure out a way to like space them out to where it would look like natural. And this like border thing here was tough to get as well, because like I did not know what block was going to fit for it. But then we have the interior, and I mean, this thing is gorgeous. This actually looks like a real hospital. It even has the right wall texture. That's what's great about it. Got the pills and the book and more books and lights and the medicine cabinet and Karen from SpongeBob. And then there's the back room, the inexplicably locked door in the back room, this poster, and the back room signature light fixtures. Now, if I remember correctly, that's the last building in town that has any sort of significance. I'm pretty sure everything else is just generic. I have a little bit of the river done. Then I have this nice little crescendo hill as you make your way to the beach. And I'm currently working on terraforming all of this, which is a hoot and a half, I tell you that much. It's a real hoot and a half. But I believe that's everything in town that's covered. All the main buildings have been built. At this point in the journey, everything is just about building up all of these other minor buildings that don't have their skin yet. I mean, you can see they all look the exact same. They all use birch and jungle stripped planks. So it's about building those up and then terraforming the rest of the area. That is the part it's going to take the longest because I'm still learning this program. What I have now is something that I'm definitely very proud of, and I'm going to continue working on it because, I mean, I love this town, and I want to see a faithful recreation of it because no one else is crazy enough to do this. Welcome back to the end card, lovelies. Thanks for watching this little follow-up video. I have lots of work to do on the map and future videos surrounding Epic Edge as a whole, so if you like what you see, hit all those silly little buttons down there. I won't tell you which one, you can figure it out yourself. And if you do, maybe my next upload won't take me a million years. No promises, though.